Okay, folks, we got pro video this time. Mountain apple. Love that you're my dad. There's the pork. There's the sausage. We're adding shrimp. The potatoes. Now on these tomatoes, the tomatoes supposed to have 4 chambers. They're good for your heart. Signatures in food is what I'm teaching you. This is for your intestines, upper and lower colons and stuff. See, they're shaped like that. A carrot. When you cut the eye, it looks like an eye. I had the iris and the thing around it. And there was this lady, she pulled this man out of his tent down in South America. And she called him the white guy. And man, we're putting this in. This is a sari sari. And you put the things in that, and the shrimp is already cooked. I take a lot of leftover stuff, and you see the juice that's already in there. We're gonna use this sauce. It's a Filipino dish, and it should have like choy su or some kind of cabbage in there too. I may add it in at the end, just a regular cabbage, simply because cabbage doesn't take long to cook. And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure the pork was cooked, and this is already pre-cooked, this sausage. It's Polish kebab or something like that. The shrimps are good. They came from Costco. They cost $16 for a whole tray. And I think I might add the sauce. Now the next thing that you want to add is your carrots, because they take longer to cook. And by the way, I just scrubbed the outside off since they're small. They're not old carrots. You scrub them with the scrubby. By the way, we have been using plastic since I was a little girl, 5 years old. We have been using Tupperware and all kinds of plastics. And I'm 75, and I'm not dead. I believe that they want to keep you guys in a state of fear so that you'll bow down to them. When the time comes, you'll just give in. Okay, now I'm going to move that over. And I'm going to put the potato in. And I'm using these little potatoes. So, normally, Filipino ones, they don't usually use the potatoes, but I do. And the reason why is I'm going to make little meals. That's what these containers are up here for. Because I have learned that when you're going to cook something, make sure you have everything ready to put it away too, because I get real tired at the end of the day, you folks. I think it's part of I don't know. Well, the earth is changing and there's a magnetic reversal going on. Suggest you all get a motorcycle helmet to protect your spine or your brain, your neck, that area. Seems to be moving. One part of it is up by, I want to use this pan that had the potatoes in it. And by the way, even though it said don't worry about it, by the way, my house is still in the making. They use stop leak up there, and hello, Mr. Al by Minaj. I need to find out somebody. Okay, that's about as much water as I need. Okay, that's about as much water as I need. And I already used their favorite seasoning. Okay, there we go. Now it's looking like a soup. I already used this. They love this. They just love it. That's all there is to it. I already put it on the pork, so I'm not going to put too much because it'll get too spicy. And it could go in the oven, but it's too heavy, folks, for me to pick up. So I'm going to make sure that all these potatoes are covered. The carrots are covered. I might bring some of that shrimp up to the top because it's already been cooked. And just let it sit there. And I have the lid in here because it's heavy for my hand. There's just nowhere to put anything. I can't help it. I mean, over here, I'm still cleaning this off from the leak that came from up there. So my whole table is covered with it. Okay? It's covered with everything that was on this buffet. I dumped the container that had water in it. It only got into a couple of these drawers. This is a 150-year-old buffet from Yugoslavia. It was 100 years old when we bought it. This room, I'm still working on it, but I do plan on putting my microgreens over there. And today we're going to set up the sprouter, the sprouts, and oh boy, silverware disappears really fast over here in Hawaii. I don't know why. I don't know who comes in and who does it, but I even have an extra whole set put away. So this is another thing we're going to do today. And I have the seeds. So I'll do this. I'll move a little bit more. And these will go in the freezer because they can't be out now. There's the freezer, guys. And I'm in the middle of refilling all my blue bottles. I'll wash them out with hot soapy water. Then I use 10 drops of Citricare. There's my onion. There's my onion. I could use a pink onion, but I'm only going to put one in. And there's some garlic, and I got ginger over here. So I'm going to put the onion in last. Now, this is a surgical steel knife. This is a surgical steel knife. I had a whole set of it, but that walked off too. We're saving. Oh wait, there's some of them. Yeah. May as well put it all in here. Oh, hey, that works. I got one that doesn't say it has no seeds in it, and I'm hoping to come up with seeds. Put it in here. I might not. Well, Sari does have pieces of tomato in it. This is fun. I'm loving it, you guys. I'm just loving being old is funny. You never know what you're gonna say or what's gonna happen or what person you're gonna save and help them to jump out of their ego into their own self, and you just never know what's going to happen. You just have to let God guide you and help you have the right things to say. I'm going to put this in now. It's got tamarind, sugar, tomato. Oh, it's all got tomato powder in it already. It's got onion powder in it too. Well, maybe I don't have to cut up an onion. Well, it definitely looks like it needs some more water. It should come up over them. Oh, by the way, this is what I store my food in. That's not garbage. The Hawaiian homestead I live in, the city and county introduced rats to get rid of the roots of the grass, which are 3 feet deep. And instead, they tunneled into our homes. And the only way I could probably keep them from chewing everything apart is to put in, I think the moisture from the vegetables will add some more And like I said, I'm not sure what will happen. There we go. I've never cut anything with just one hand but I know that I was using a dull knife and that you're more likely to get hurt using a dull knife than you are a sharp knife. Okay, see how pretty and green that'll add to that? And we'll just keep doing it a little piece at a time. I'd hoped to have my GoPro working, and I've got the system for my camera to fit in it, but my camera is in a case that's old because it's broken, but it's 4G, so I'm not getting exposed. 5G goes through your body like a microwave, right through your internal organs. 4G goes over your skin. And I can control my phone, whereas your newer phone, you don't have the ability to. Cute. Okay, you get the idea. The tomatoes would go like, by the way, when I went on that vacation, I was walking out I had an MRI about 3 days ago. This is gonna cut. And I had a bunch of food that I had bought before we went on that vacation, staycation. All you really need with the tomatoes is just enough to give it that taste and a little bit of red. I was gonna put the sauce from the shrimp, the cocktail sauce. I wonder what that would be like. He likes it when I create sauces. A way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And my other knife was dull, so I put it away. And then I got out these. And oh my God. I don't really need a lot of tomato. I do want to put the rest of this zucchini and this squash in it. And because it's got onion powder in it, let me see what it tastes like. Yay! Well, that doesn't have much flavor to it. Okay, tamarind soup mix, you must be just for a little tiny bowl. When that happens, that's when you get creative. Put soy sauce in there. And I have soy sauce that doesn't have, by the way, caramel coloring is, it's deadly, guys. And it's in everything. And you need to find food that doesn't have it in. Because if you look it up, just look it up. I'm serious. Okay. Back up. That smells good. What it is the shrimp sauce, but I think I'd rather use, make my own sauce. Oh! One of the sisters told me, one of the ladies, her name's Butterfly, you should check out her channel. She used this in her soup. See, Butterfly? It was right on the counter. She put this. Is this in it? Now, somebody has walked off with my kitchen scissors somewhere too now. I'm not worried about it because I figure whoever took it probably needed it worse than me. And we're going to do that. Maybe I need 2 of them. Let me see what that's starting to taste like. Because I might need the other one too. That's good. And I'm going to put some brown sugar in it. And put the other one of these in it. I usually buy these to make dips. But it's always good to have all kinds of different things in your storage. I was just thinking about my storage, it's called 4 Hours My Patriot. It's, each one of them is going to take 14 quarts of water, each bucket. And so storing water is going to be a little bit hard unless you have some really big containers. And I've been watching people, actually before oh, that's not going to cook very well. That's too big. Well, so what? So it'll be a little crunchy. Now, let's see. I like that. That tastes good. I'll throw the rest of this in here. The rest of that. I did want to put some mushrooms in it, but they're dehydrated mushrooms, and they'll soak up all the soup. So, we're not going to play around with mushrooms today. Now, after I put these in, I'll put the lid on and crank it up just a little bit. Well, see, you want it to come up so it's boiling, then simmer it. That's what I usually do. Here's the mushrooms. I get this stuff for $1 a package, and $2. Oh, there's another tamarind package in there. Oh, wow! Talk about miracle. Now I want it to have that soddy. Don't use your teeth to open packages. You'll break them. And I had a dentist do a lot of, I don't want to talk about it.